you know.
Because it does feel, I don't know exactly how you just phrased it, but it does feel like there's some sort of obligation is maybe too strong of a word, but this idea of like, I'm running a game tonight. I have come prepared with 3 hours worth of, with a session's worth of material. And part of that kind of means having at least some of next session, if we're talking about a campaign situation, not just one
Right.
shot, but there's more than enough because I don't know how quickly you're going to solve this puzzle or whatever the thing. Like this could take an hour, this could take a minute. I need more than whatever the 3 hours of material to fill this space. And I only have 3 hours, right? Because the other side of the coin is like, you got work in the morning, it's a school night, whatever. The idea of like, oh, we didn't finish because I didn't manage this production well, also feels bad. So it's a balancing act. But once in a while, like that last week, like or 2 weeks ago, I had an impulse to pad essentially. I was like, oh, this is good. You've solved this very quickly. I should throw more on the table here to fill the time. But it didn't feel, it felt like removing your victory condition. Like you guys
Yeah.
did a lot of things right. You solved it. So okay, cool. Like, hey, revel in it. Like one, okay, you have I'm looking forward to go to see my wife. Like we have lives outside of D&D.
Mhm.
Um, but also like, hey, cool. Like you here's a peek behind the curtain. Like you finished this way faster than I anticipated. Good job. And like
Right.
you get to kind of like bask in the glow of that for a
A
minute.
true
Yeah.
reward.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're level 5, we'll have our bastions too. So that's a nice that's a thing that you can fall back on now. So if the session does go 1.5 minutes, or 1.5 hours, we can sit around and talk about how we're gonna, flesh out or feather our nests,
Yeah.
But
Downtime is good for that. Town stuff. I mean, we did level up and we did town stuff. So like shopping and going through and like we have a magic item vendor that you order stuff from. So like
yeah.
that eats up a lot of time and like energy and
Well, now we're gonna
thought.
have magic item crafting, so like we can do that kind of stuff. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff we can do at the table now that's not just strictly campaigning, which is nice to have those other options,
And one thing I used to
doing
do a lot
together.
more of is like character-based questions, right? Like reflections on, we'll do like recaps in the beginning of a session, but
Mhm.
like, okay, what happened is one set of focus. And then like, what did your character think about all of that? How did your character feel
Right.
when they were on the ground bleeding out? Like, what did your character think when that door slid open and the giant evil thing poured out of there? Like,
Well, it gives getting your players to fess up about that, or at least like think about that stuff and audibly, gives the DM a chance to do further plot hooks down the road for
oh, sure.
individual characters, and that's always nice too. So yeah, but that sounds like an entirely new video for another day. So thanks a lot, Ryan, and that was a great session, and I learned a lot last night, and I'm going to take a lot of that stuff into today and tomorrow when I
Awesome.
do that
Happy to hear
stuff.
it.
Yeah. So, all right, everyone. Thanks for being out there. Thanks for subscribing. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.